Welcome to Fundraising is Funny. I'm Lynn Wester.
And I'm Clay Buck.
Join us to share in laughter and stories as we take a lighthearted look at the profession that we love so much, fundraising.
Because sometimes we just have to laugh at ourselves.
Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion. Take a moment, take a listen. Hey, this could even be called self-care.
Bring your favorite beverage and a yummy snack.
In reality, we're here to deliver on our promise. We're going to make you laugh or cringe. And if you learn something too, bonus.
See, we're serious fundraisers. We believe in this work, but we also know we do some really ridiculous things all in the name of raising a dollar. Maybe if we laugh at and with them and at ourselves, we can bring a little joy to everybody in our sector.
Now, don't worry. In that pursuit of joy, we won't name names, but the stories we share are 100% real life in the world of nonprofit fundraising.
Because, come on, fundraising is funny. So, Lynn.
Yes, Clay.
We got an email.
What?
We got a message.
One?
Just the one. Just the one.
Ring-a-ling-a-ding. Ring-a-ling-a-ding.
At fundraisingisfunny.com.
You could email us there.
There's plenty. Yep, absolutely.
Then we wouldn't be so
them,
lonely.
All of them.
I'm Mr. Lonely.
So lonely.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, well, it's funny that you should say that.
Yes.
It's almost like you knew, because buried in the comments of, great stories and stuff from a wonderful listener. Thank you. We love you guys because you're like the Statler and Waldorf of fundraising. And you know what?
Which one am I? Am I the round, bald one, or are you the tall? Like, which one's Statler? Which one's Waldorf?
Does anybody know?
No.
Does anybody? I don't know. I don't know that it matters either. But
for our younger listeners, maybe we should describe who Statler and Waldorf are.
So if you don't know Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Show, in every episode of the Muppet Show, Statler and Waldorf sat in their balcony commenting on all of the things happening on stage and hating everything. And when like there was the episode where Gonzo ate the tire. He did it. He's eating a tire. It's wonderful. It's terrible. I hate it. Boo. So Statler and Waldorf were always kind of running.
So they're commentarians.
Yeah, but they were always kind of running the inner monologue that we all wanted to run.
Right, because Gonzo ate a tire. Speaking of so what if?
What if?
What if fundraising were the Muppets? Like, imagine, if you will. And if you watch old episodes of the Muppets, you realize how drug-induced a lot of that is. So
how did our parents let us watch this?
I don't know, but it was the best. Sunday night,
you go back and look
7 p.m.
at it today, and the Swedish Chef had real hands but no eyes, and
you don't need
talking
eyes.
Food that talked back to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Our parents let us watch this and wonder why Gen X is the way we are.
I got the first comparison.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
My favorite Muppet of all time.
Yes.
Animal.
Eat drum.
I had a hand puppet animal.
Oh, the hand puppet animal was the best because it was the only kind of puppet where the eyes moved.
Yes. His eyes moved, and he was just constantly beating on the drums.
And eat drum. No, animal, beat drum. Animal's the best. I loved Animal.
Annual giving.
Well, that's fitting.
More money. Eat donor.
No, don't eat the donors.
No, don't eat the donors.
Don't eat the donors.
No, don't do that either.
No, deeply passionate, completely committed to what he does.
But obsessive and a little bit too much. Doesn't know when to stop.
On behalf of all annual giving people everywhere, let me just take offense at that. And also, we can't disagree.
Or you could go, what?
No, Miss Piggy. Major gifts. Major gifts.
Frontline fundraiser.
Frontline.
From the rooter to the tutor of the Piggy Pig. I did. Miss Piggy, the closing gift heals.
Oh, yeah.
Her constant passion for Kermie.
Oh, yeah.
Kermie being her love of her life, right? And her obsession.
Yes, and the one who keeps everything together and everything running and the
But Miss
sensible
Piggy
one.
is a gift officer.
Totally.
Through and through. She's got closing outfits. What?
Totally.
She's a self-promoter.
She's got a Rolodex.
She's connecting. Look at that hair.
No, she's perfect. Well, always perfect.
Head to toe. She's got a look.
flawless.
My mom would call that an outfit. You got your gift closing outfit on, and loves going to events.
Oh yeah.
Level bacon wrap shrimp. Oh no, maybe not. No.
Well, okay, so right, but Kermit, of
Kermit
course,
here. It's not easy being green.
Kermit the Frog here.
He's the martyr. So
he's the executive director.
Oh my God. Oh, Kermit. He plays the guitar.
Running. Sits in swamps. No.
He sits in swamps. So like board meetings.
Boy, I tell you, those speaking of swamps, all you have to do for anybody of the right generation and the background is just the do 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 do, and it immediately I know everybody out there is going, why are there so many songs about rainbows? Like it's just ingrained. But anyway, Kermit holding everything together on a shoestring, everything's falling apart around him, and yet he still manages to keep everything going and everybody happy.
And what did he do in Christmas Carol? Was he Tiny Tim?
No, he was Bob Cratchit.
I know,
right? So good, solid,
decent,
dependable,
misguided. I mean, lovely.
Sometimes a little,
he got frazzled when he went.
Right, exactly. Sure,
right?
Of course. Yeah. And yeah.
Does that mean?
And, sometimes you just kind of want to go, hey, could lead, stop being so nice and just lead.
Oh,
Kermit,
he never could break up with Miss Piggy.
No, exactly. Right.
Like he never was like, look, pig.
Oh.
He never put her in her place, really.
Well, but true. But
Kermit.
To his credit,
that's what
though,
Miss Piggy would have done.
He also had everybody coming around at him all the time. So no sooner does he get everything wrangled than here's Fozzie Bear.
Oh, Fozzie.
Waka waka.
Oh, so special event producer?
Special events, not meh events?
No, special events. And Fozzie's like putting on a show. Waka waka.
Always.
And he's got a banana with him and a chicken. Have you ever noticed in the Muppets, there's just chickens? There's chickens, a lot of chickens. There's the chicken rock star girl.
But have you ever noticed how special events people always have something in their office that you need?
To eat?
Like, or whatever, to eat, to use. Like, do you happen to have a surfboard? Yeah, we got one. It's right over here in the corner.
Yeah, they're like Mary Poppins purses.
Exactly.
They have kits for those. And Fozzie always had a joke. Even though it wasn't, Statler and Waldorf didn't think it was very funny.
Statler and Waldorf didn't think it was funny, but no, Fozzie was always there to bridge the gap, to bring the humor. Yeah.
Special events, like kind of like a utility tool. Those Leatherman, not to name brand, but like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, exactly. Something for
Fozzie,
something for everybody.
Good with a joke. Because there's nothing funnier than a special event.
No,
or the things that happen at them. Maybe that's a different episode, perhaps, as we think. And Fozzie always had a banana. Do you know what I mean? And when I was little, I got Fozzie and Ralph confused.
I did too.
Because they were both brown.
I did too.
But I realized that Ralph was playing the piano.
Ralph, well, yeah.
He's the cool cat.
No, the cool cat was Dr. Teeth and then Mayhem.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But
Rolf was just always kind of it was always like Rolf was in on the joke. You know what I mean? Like Rolf got it. Right. And he knew that he was over there playing the piano, keeping things going. Like Rolf was just always good, solid, steady, grant writer like.
Like, you need him. Like you need piano music in your life.
Right.
Then if it goes away, you're not like devastated. Well, he put in a lot of work on the keys and sometimes didn't get out what he put in, grant writer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah. Fair. But he just good, solid, steady, easy-going, knew how to hit a deadline.
Okay, I could see Ralph.
Could get a little riled up when he wanted to.
Our audience needs to send us like other archetype, like other Muppets.
Right, well, this is, yeah.
And that the Muppets did like... There was a pirate Muppet movie. There was Christmas Carol. There was, it wasn't just the show because the show was wackadoodle.
The show was wackadoodle banana duck. It's true. No,
banana duck. My favorite. But
I sat and waited.
Sunday night, 7:00.
Little, 10-inch, maybe 8-inch.
I got so freaking close.
Black and white screen.
Mine was color.
Oh, you were fancy.
70s, yeah. Sunday night. But then they did movies. And then my favorite Muppets experience, and one, because, I worked at Disney and I worked at Hollywood. I know, I can't say it enough. It's like people who went to Harvard. I went to Harvard. I worked at Disney. Like, some people should be ashamed of, would be ashamed saying I worked at Disney, but Disney had Muppets 4D theater.
Muppets 4D theater.
It was amazing. It was a 3D movie, but also 4D. So, like, when Gonzo squirted you with the flower on his chest, it sprinkled dirty water on you.
like Rocky Horror Picture Show, but high production.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, nobody's throwing hot dogs.
Absolutely. And it was just memorable and funny. And I would go and watch it multiple times in a row. And the seats were comfortable and it was air conditioned. And sometimes in floor. And you know what it reminded me of? They would pipe in the smell of popcorn. Disney's good for piping in smells. Better popcorn than something else. But that also reminds me, maybe we should take a snack break here.
I am kind of snacky.
Yeah, you get snacky and go through our other favorite Muppets and see if we can align them with our friends.
I think when we come back, we need to be a little more serious and be focused because this is off the rails. This is too much. This is
wacky.
This is
okay, Sam Eagle.
Oh, we'll talk about that after a snack. So, Muppet trivia, post-snack Muppet trivia. Do you know who Sam the Eagle was based on? Seriously.
My 8th grade English teacher.
The planned giving officer I worked with at the first organization.
Pretty much. Sam Giving is Planned Eagle.
Planned Eagle. The eagle has landed.
I mean, Sam.
This episode is silly. We are just.
But you know what? Isn't that the point?
Silly. Yeah, exactly.
Like, isn't that the point sometimes? Like, Sam Eagle is a person who reads obits for fun. So Planned Giving. Or research, but Planned Giving.
No, Planned Giving. Totally Planned Giving.
Looking for
buttoned
old
up,
people.
Serious. Right.
Our donors like a luncheon.
Yeah, right.
And a lapel pin.
But
Sam Eagle here. Reporting on donor behavior. If they don't have money, I don't want to talk to them.
But again, just like the other, like the Muppets wouldn't have been the same without Sam the Eagle because you needed that serious balance, the focus.
Anchorman was the exact opposite of Sam Eagle, right?
Well, and that's the trivia. Sam the Eagle was actually based on Sam Donaldson.
Oh, now see, I loved myself some Sam Donaldson.
Right. See, same thing here. Yeah, exactly.
Remember Peter Jennings? God bless him.
Oh man,
my mom was in love with him for some time. Mom had some thoughts about Peter Jennings. Sam Eagle, Planned Giving, very serious, very about their donors.
Yes,
as opposed to any Miss Piggy, like. At what point in your life do you transition from a Miss Piggy to a Sam Eagle? Because you realize that many Planned Giving officers used to be Miss Piggies, used to be Major Gift and Principal Gift. Or when do donors go from Miss Piggy to Sam Eagle? Or with Statler and Waldorf in our case?
Interesting. That's an interesting question.
You know who we haven't covered? We've still got some. Right. We've still got some lovies to cover. Nobody's nailed donor relations yet. And you know how I am about my people. We're self-effacing. We will do anything for anyone at any time. We do weird for donors all the time.
Gonzo!
Oh, my nose!
What was Gonzo? Was he some kind of bird?
No, he's a Muppet.
Well, I know he's a Muppet, but what was he?
He's Gonzo.
Okay, all right, fine.
Don't get me in. Like, he did all kinds of ridiculous things just to make people happy.
Donor relations.
Oh, God, I'm Gonzo.
Yeah.
I'm Gonzo. I want to be animal, but I'm Gonzo.
Yeah, I know how you are about chickens, too.
Gonzo had a weird passion for chickens.
Gonzo, we don't talk about that enough.
He also hung out with Rizzo the Rat. Remember Rizzo the Rat?
I loved Rizzo the Rat.
Yeah.
Rizzo the Rat. Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat in Muppet Christmas Carol.
In the outfits.
Oh.
As my mom would call them. Costumes.
Another bit of Muppet trivia?
Let's go.
Of all the adaptations of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, the Muppet Christmas Carol is the one that is most faithful to and uses the most original text.
That doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
Because Jim Henson was a genius.
And that's the whole point of the Muppets.
And the Muppets are there to bring things to life. Like, first time I ever learned about science.
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
And Beaker. That is going to sound good in your car speakers this morning.
Yes,
you might need it.
People are just reaching to turn
us off.
Turn that down.
Bunsen Honeydew, who also, I don't think he had eyes. There were a lot of Muppets.
Did he?
He had glasses.
He had the brown glasses.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker would be advancement services and gift processing, not to stereotype.
Beaker is such a data processor, gift entry.
It must be correct. I didn't get the full set. Like, what's that? 9-digit zip code. 9-digit zip code.
Why are there no notes in this file? Yeah, exactly. And Miss Piggy, just ignores Beaker and goes on about her business.
Bunsen Honeydew is like enamored by Miss Piggy and also completely and utterly shut down by her.
But you know what we learned from Dr. Bunsen Honeydew? It's okay to blow things up.
So that's a database conversion.
No, that was what's his name that threw the fish? No, who was the one that blew things up? With the anyway.
He blew stuff up. Benson Honeydew, and
you know who I'm talking about.
That's a database conversion.
Benson Honeydew was not afraid to break things or blow things up. Beaker got all nervous about it. I mean, you blow things up because that's how you learn. And I don't know if that isn't prospect development. I don't know what is.
Well, I mean, taking chances, doing things with technology,
analyzing stuff.
Science,
yeah, exactly.
The science. Which, speaking of blowing things up.
Uh-oh.
Flurry, 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 flurry. That's the Swedish Chef for those of you who don't speak Muppet. Bork, 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 bork. I mean, that's a volunteer if I ever heard one. Like during board meetings, all of a sudden they start doing this. Okay, you're supposed to do this. And I'm like, where could I also be not here? Like, how do I not? They're speaking some other language. I literally, like, the Swedish Chef is a volunteer. I literally had a volunteer. We were running a tailgate, and she took 2 IKEA bags, because that's how classy we were, full of pom-poms, and stood in the center.
IKEA. No, okay, never mind.
You know, the big blue bags. They're great for everything.
Yep.
I mean, you could smuggle small children, Muppets in them. And she had 2 large bags of pom-poms. And instead of standing like out in the crowd or going into the event, she stood in the middle of registration line. And meanwhile, there were like people crashing into each other. And no one was registering. And there was smoke and lobsters. And I was like, really? This is where you choose to stand? And she goes,
like, yeah. And just kind of, come in and like, go back and watch some of the Swedish Chef clips. Because like he destroys that kitchen.
Okay, I'll tell you what. And he's bottled off of Julia Child, of course.
Of course.
But
you can't not love him.
Well, he's trying to be helpful and cook a meal.
Right.
Also a chicken problem.
Wasn't there an episode where he tried to cook one of Gonzo's chickens?
You're obsessed with my chickens.
I'm kind of obsessed with chickens, yes. Yeah.
Chicken breasts, chicken legs, chicken thighs.
Birds of a feather.
Well, see, and this is the thing. We have to be really careful because there's Muppets. Then there's Sesame Street, because that's Elmo and the gang and Big Bird and Snuffleupagus and others.
Yeah, there were a couple of crossovers.
But
some.
Oscar the Grouch. Then there's Fraggle Rock.
Which, I missed that one.
I was
a little too old.
Yep. Fraggle. But also,
we weren't allowed to have cable.
In with it's hard to get cable in Israel.
There's that.
In with the Sesame Street. Do you remember the yup, 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 That's like an AVP in a meeting. You know what we don't have on our list a consultant. Is that Rizzo the Rat?
No, the consultants are those ones that come in and go. Phenomenon.
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 And then just walk away with money.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's us.
And just walk around going,
Oh my God. I'm having so many flashbacks. I hope you all are too. But like, we do Fundraising is Funny. We promise 80% of it's supposed to be entertaining. And I have belly laughed so hard recording this, and also like reliving my childhood and imagining. Now, if you've never seen an episode of Muppets, YouTube is full of
Go watch
some Muppets.
Yes.
Or you could translate this to any cartoon. It could be Tom and Jerry. It could be Bugs Bunny.
You know what?
Oh.
You know what? Go to fundraisingisfunny.com or to any of the social sites on LinkedIn, whatever.
We're going to drop some videos.
And bring us your favorite.
Oh, yeah. Like, are there Muppets?
Fundraising archetypes.
Or are there Muppets that we overlooked?
Muppets that we overlooked. Yep.
Rizzo the Rat, the lady in the rock band,
right?
With the hair, Patty, I think her name was.
Or, fundraisers as vegetables.
Or fundraisers as Peanuts characters. Yeah, like I just want to be Pigpen or Lucy. I'm so mean. 5 cents psychiatric advice. That's the consultant.
We're so not going down that road because that's a whole...
Fundraisers as fruits, not just vegetables. Or meats, like animal bird.
Well, I mean, if we're going to,
you could do send us your best. But
whatever.
So Clay.
Yes.
Because we have to keep to a format here because that's what happens.
We're going to do a punchline, aren't we?
Boom. Fozzie Bear says, waka waka.
Wow.
We need help.
We do. Listen,
me.
friends, this was a this whole episode, like there is nothing you learned about fundraising.
Took a flyer
from this,
on
but
it.
Hopefully you just had a good laugh. But
took a flyer on it.
But
just pantsed it.
But here's the point. We love all of those characters.
Oh, it takes all of them.
All of them.
You can't have Miss Piggy without Kermit.
No. And
you can, but
you can, and you can't have Fozzie Bear without Gonzo.
And Sam Eagle makes
to balance it out.
And Statler and Waldorf for
to keep us real.
I mean.
And Sam the Eagle to keep us on the straight and narrow and make us be serious.
And who doesn't need soup? Swedish Chef.
Exactly.
An animal reminds us.
But here's the thing, too. In every single one of the Muppet Show, the movies, they're a collective. They're a group. They all know what they're there for, right?
There is no Kermit the Frog movie.
Correct. Exactly. Right?
You need them all.
We need them all. And all of them together with all of their silliness and weirdness and wonderfulness and over exuberance and all of that made for a perfect show.
The best.
So celebrate everybody for who they are.
Yeah. And if you can't, name them Muppets. So if you're going around the office and somebody's getting on your nerves, be like, okay, Kermit.
Okay,
Kermit. Just have some fun with it.
Enjoy it.
Thanks, guys, for always laughing with us. We'll drop some information in the show notes. Email us like this person did to get us started at fundraisingisfunny.com. And thanks to all of you for always listening.
See you soon.